I mean, you're feeling it today.
It's been a long week.
Let it ride out. Welcome back, everybody, to the Ian's Voice podcast.
Welcome.
It's Friday. A little bit of a off cadence event tonight, but
Yeah, it had to be. It's one of those days. Had to be.
I'm excited to be about it. You know?
Yeah, me too. I'll pretty soon here be on to delirium since I've been up since 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
But we can get into that at any time here. More importantly, 412-613-1116 for the Ian's Boys hotline.
Yinsvoice.com, all the social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok.
Yeah. All the good stuff. Just keep going. Keep doing your thing. Send us those tit pics and whatever, dick pics, all that stuff to the hotline.
Yeah, directly to the hotline.
Directly.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I
Well, don't send any. I don't want to see any.
well, it's the only reason I do this podcast, for all the dick pics we've been getting. We actually haven't gotten any. You guys
He
been
catfishes.
pretty good.
He catfishes with him.
Yeah.
He hasn't been catfishing this year, though, I will say. I've caught quite a few catfish this year.
Yeah. I need to go out with you this year at some point or another whenever my schedule lightens up here a little bit. But springtime, house projects, work's busy right now. You know how it is.
You don't preach to the choir. I mean, I just don't have a kid, so I'm a little more free in that department,
But you know what?
Time-wise, at least.
Everything. If you're
monetarily, too, technically.
You're working for a living, it's hard to get out and do some. Work gets in the way of everything I want to do anywhere else, no matter what.
Yeah, there's a work-life balance, and I think as a younger person, you have to grind it out a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
But if that's so you can sort of kick back when you're older, right? That's the whole idea. Is.
Speaking of kickbacks, thanks, Mick.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't checked out that last episode, definitely go check it out. Interview with Mick. It was, like I said, I think it was a great conversation. It was really cool. I also met him. I dropped some merch off. Too.
Yeah, cool. I learned a lot too, and I was a little ignorant when it came to street art, right, if you will, and some photography stuff. I'm just not versed in it, so I was happy to have someone mansplain to me a little bit about something I don't know. No, I mean that though. It was really cool. So appreciate it, man. We'll get you back on anytime you want.
I guess. So you mentioned you were up early. Earlier, and you're a little tired. I see you're a little china-eyed under the sunglasses.
Yeah, a little bit. So, how do I say this? So one night,
how do I not sound like a degenerate?
Yeah. One night this week, I had a couple beers, right?
As everybody's one to do, and it's your legal right.
Yep. And I was just surfing.
As long as you weren't driving around.
No. Although that would have probably been less damage than what I did. But I was surfing around on the internet, and I found a web. I'm not plugging anything because they're not giving us any money. But
no, fuck that.
I found a certain auction site that auctions off heavy equipment. And I said, you piqued my interest. You talk about heavy equipment.
I mean, it's.
I'm not talking about Dave either.
As childish as it is to say, I feel like there's boys and their toys.
Yeah.
It's a very real thing. You see it in every like hobby, etc. There's always dudes are always into something, generally speaking.
Definitely. So I stumbled upon these Chinese mini excavators. Actually, in my opinion, I'll call them micro. If anybody out there is heavy equipment people, they're real small. They're like a subcompact excavator. And I've been in the market for one, or at least entertaining the idea of one now for, 6 months, something like that. I've been looking around, checking for deals. There's guys around here. You can get them. They import them and they sell them to you about $7,000, $7,500. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They're probably 50% margin.
I would almost guarantee it. They are brand new. Right, they need a little bit of tinkering. You have to be moderately mechanically minded, because when they come, they're ungreased. They have loose bolts, and
they just slap them together.
Yeah,
no tolerances, anything. Just we're shipping it on the slow boat.
Sure. So I found
California.
Actually,
or potentially Washington.
So there's an importer up in Michigan.
Not Oregon. I can't remember my Pacific Northwest states, but go ahead.
That's all right. There's an importer up in Michigan, and they're auctioning these off. So, like I said, I had a couple beers, and I said, what the hell? I'll throw a low ball in and just forget about it, because it almost never happens, right?
Yeah. It's such a... There's always that bid sniper at the end of every auction. It's standard procedure. I mean, if I could like do the soundboard, I would like... I'd be mashing that cash register sound right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But he just,
always someone. So in this specific instance, I put down $4,000 and I walked away from it. I didn't even care,
Oh,
So which at that price, I honestly said, and this is how I rationalized and justified. I said, okay, it's probably not going to make it, so it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah, it was,
and even if I did,
it's a low ball.
I can't get a better deal. It's like you can't turn it down if you get it. Well, I woke up the other morning and it said, you won.
I was waiting for that the whole time.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. Because I actually...
You gotta go get the fuck
that, and I wasn't ready to make that purchase yet. I just wasn't...
It was an impulse decision. But I think 4K, man, that's... Plus your time and the gas.
Oh, yeah.
But still,
it's sub 5,000 after all taxes, fees, all that
brand
stuff.
New.
Brand new, yeah.
Never been abused.
Right.
Got the poorly written English translations all over it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it runs like a champ. But either way, so...
It's incredibly safe. Very safe machine. No hazards at all.
Now, here's none. Now, here's my suspicion why I want it.
Mm-hmm.
This auctioneer type site made you go through a bunch of loops to be able to be approved a bid.
Yeah.
Right? It said
had a
background check and all this stuff.
Funds,
all this stuff just to prove that you were real.
Yeah. You just don't want people bidding them up and not.
So for the average person, that's too much work to bid on this. I couldn't be bothered to do all that.
There is a lot of you can get some cool shit. Like there's a lot of World War II.
Yeah.
Collections that get auctioned off, and these auction houses, you have to make a whole account, have to do all this shit.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
Or you could get something like really, really cool for a steal.
Yeah.
Well,
that's kind of how I ended up with what I have now. So I had to break the news to my wife, and
that's probably
that was hard
tough.
Because they had very strict bylaws or rules to this bidding that they're going to charge you 15% of what your bid was, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't pick it up. Mm-hmm. So I'm losing, how much money is that there? That would have been like $800 or $900, something like that.
No. Because 10% is $400, $600.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Whatever. So whatever. And I was like, I could either lose $600 or just eat the bullet and know that I got a decent deal. Here's the other problem. You have to pick it up within 48 hours of the bid winning, or they'll charge you $200 a day in lot fee.
That's some fucking... I mean, if I was a money changer, that would be that kind of deal in the temple, and Jesus would really...
Oh, yeah.
He'd take care of you.
Oh, so...
Because that's fucking maniacal. I bid on this, and I can't, if that was disclosed anywhere, or was it...
Oh, yeah, it was.
In the fine print.
It was. I read it all.
Okay. Well, that's
I was
fine.
aware of it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, that's okay then. I thought this was sprung on you.
No. It was there. And they made it very clear.
The fine print is the fine print. You got to read that shit.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, and I get it after I went to that yard, because they have so much stuff there. Much.
I'm sure
they need the
inventory.
Space.
Their margins are probably 10%.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Doing wholesale shit. I don't know.
Right.
But they probably, well, no. You said 4K?
4K is what I won the bid at. Yeah.
They're importing them though, right?
They are importers. Yeah.
Okay. So no, they probably get them for $2,000.
I would say, probably.
I bet landed $2,000. So yeah, they're probably making 50%.
Yeah. Landed, but I bet they get, actually it's probably more expensive, but the more that they get in one container.
It's a volume game, really.
Yeah. I would agree. Because they had a bunch of them there. So
that's how, I mean, business,
Yeah.
101. It's
You're right.
price and volume. There's a ratio there.
Sure.
Profitability wise.
Well, look at it. When you just go on eBay, if you want to buy 5 of quantity of one thing, you get a discounted
Yeah,
price.
well, I always do that when I buy stuff from people. If I'm like, I always check other listings that people have
of course.
for sale. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you have this too. I mean, let's make a deal.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So, needless to say, I had to zip up there pretty quick. And this, we're in Pittsburgh, obviously, and
Where was this in Michigan?
this
you
was
said?
a place called Charlotte, Michigan. It is around Lansing, basically middle
Lansing.
of state.
Shit.
it was
So
up
you had
there.
to go pretty not super deep into the state. Michigan's a huge fucking state.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's beautiful up there.
Oh yeah,
It's like America's Canada.
It's
up
beautiful.
in the Upper Peninsula,
Yeah.
dude. It's amazing. But
now if you looked at a map, it was dead center of the
dead-
state, about 1/3 of the way up.
Yeah.
So northwest of Detroit, roughly. Either way, by the time I got off all the highways and byways and got up to where I was, it was a pretty I wouldn't say barren, but it was reminded me
so
of
you.
like,
I know. So the road you went up, I can't remember what the highway is, but it goes up the whole fucking
Yeah.
way up the mid.
that's the one I was on.
Yeah. That's. I'm telling you, dude. It's just some weird shit out there at night.
Oh,
When you're
absolutely.
Because I always we drive to Canada. When
Yeah.
we go camping up there. We go that way.
Oh, absolutely,
And
yeah.
I always take the night shift, so it's all dark through there, dude.
Oh, my.
And when there's fog, it's like if there's a moose in the road, like I'm dead.
You're done.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you're never
man.
gonna see it, even if you're going like 40 miles an hour.
Oh,
You still never see it until it's in the windshield.
Yeah, that'd be
you
bad
know.
shape. So I wanted to be there in time when they opened.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
could be back today in time
And
to
to deal with
podcast.
any bullshit associated too, because
Oh,
you
yeah.
never know. Oh, it's gonna take us a couple hours to get somebody to fucking
Yeah.
go haul that out.
Oh,
or
yeah.
get that.
It was instant. It was so fast.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're volume game.
Let's
dude.
go. Get
them
your shit
them
out of here. Here's the
I'm
keys.
sure they
threw it at me.
I'm sure they appreciated you being there early.
They did.
And
Yep, they did.
I'm sure you're a smooth operator.
Oh yeah,
you know.
got it done in and out real quick. So I was there during open time,
Mm-hmm.
which means that I had to leave here at 2 a.m., which is why I'm so tired. But pause, and the main thing I was going to say, I have to give Jacqueline's response because I did have to break this to her.
Yeah.
She was not happy because
Well, yeah, that's 4K out of a budget. That's a
Yeah.
sizable chunk.
it is, and there was. She made it very well known that there could have got all new doors for the house, or we could have done this, or we could have
Absolutely.
saved it, or did this. So she's not wrong, and I will publicly
I mean, you could
be
have
apologetic
lent
for
it to me, and I would have,
right.
made some good trades for you. But
Yeah, it's all good. So her response is she's better today, but she said at least you can dig your own grave now. So kudos for a good joke, but a little frightening.
well, no, it's standard wife stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I was telling you earlier. I mean, I would rather you buy that than a nice night vision device.
I kind of want night vision more, but
Absolutely.
you know what I mean. It's-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the utility of that is you're going to get your money's worth out of that.
It'd be nonstop.
Sure.
I'm going to use it.
You could
constantly.
make money.
Yeah, I
anything.
could rent it if I want to.
Yeah, it's
Probably won't, but
well, no, because it's a goddamn safety hazard.
I'm just gonna be a huge waiver with that thing.
Oh, there's absolutely nothing. You stole it. If
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a problem, you stole it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I left here at 2 a.m. and it was pretty easy ride up and back. No huge issues. There's two
Yeah.
notable things that I wanted to say though. So
Mm-hmm.
I left out of here, and you know this area pretty well. I went to a truck stop first.
Yeah.
And I got gas before I got on one of the major highways. to head up that
Slammed
direction.
20 into the machine.
No, but funny you say that. So I was there at 2 a.m. and I walked in, full piss and vinegar doing my thing. I was like,
Yeah.
good morning. And I said to the dude at the register, and he just stared at me like,
It is not morning time. It's 2 a.m., motherfucker.
didn't even like say anything or
Yeah.
acknowledge. Like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. Well, you hate your life and your job. Very cool.
Well, I would too. No
Yep.
offense to the guy, but
Yeah, whatever. And then he disappears and then makes me use the self checkout whenever someone goes in. He's
well,
just
I would have stole some stuff then personally.
Yeah, well, probably. But full of truckers, obviously. being a truck stop.
Yeah.
There was a couple people throwing cash at the skill games.
Oh,
inside.
they're on a hot streak, dude. Don't interrupt it. Don't.
Boy. And no one, like, everyone's like looking at you. It's just a weird time at a weird place.
Well, because those people that frequent a place like that at 2 a.m., there's a select crowd. It's a small fucking world.
Stay away from me.
You were not what they were expecting.
Oh no, I walked in there and said, "What's up?" They're just like, "Who the fuck?"
Well, yeah, they're like, "What's this guy? Is he
fucking narc?
Is he Holden?"
Yeah, right.
He's definitely a cop.
Yeah, so
definitely a cop.
Got a Red Bull and
definitely empath.
Oh, definitely.
They were.
Got a Red Bull and a couple meat sticks to eat on the way up, and that was it.
Nitrate cylinders, yeah.
You got to get chock full of nitrates to be able to make that trip.
You keep yourself awake. You got to keep yourself fueled.
Absolutely. And the only other notable thing is heading through, and you're familiar with Ohio for the most part.
Yeah. I'm a FIFO.
A FIFO, that's right. Fucking, is it idiot from Ohio?
Fucking idiot from Ohio.
Yeah. Coming past Sandusky, there was a huge storm that I had to go through. It was terrifying.
A lot of trees down when I was coming up this way.
Bro, it was.
And it was, I heard a little bit in the city, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
We got a little topography down there.
It's probably the same storm that I went through that came by, but I was on Interstate 80 at that point. I guess they call that 8076 something over there. And I was doing like 25, and so was everybody else. It was completely torrential downpour for miles, and I'm pulling a trailer and all this stuff trying to get
sketch.
I got about 11.5 miles per gallon.
I was gonna say, how'd the truck do?
Oh, it does great, but when you're pulling heavy,
it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Anything, it's not efficient.
Nope, not at all. But picked up the machine, got it back, did a little work on it. Greased her up.
Yep.
Looked over it. Hung out with the kid and the wife a minute, and here we are.
Yeah, your kid she's shitting her ass about that thing.
Oh, she loves it. Yeah, she loves it.
You gotta be careful.
There's a TV show that she watches, and they talk about some excavators and stuff. And I told her, it's like, yeah, we got an excavator, and she was like, My bones are gonna pop out. I'm like, what? What are you saying? She's like, I'm just so excited, my bones. And I was like, okay.
She's hard. She's fucking.
Oh yeah,
stiffing it up.
She was probably more excited about it than
she really was. Honestly, I mean, you were kind of like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, come check this out. Dad, you got to show him the engine, Dad.
Oh yeah.
You didn't show him the engine, Dad. Come on. What the fuck, dude?
So she can have it when I'm dead.
No, I'll make 5% off the deal.
You're right. You
transfer
can be
the title.
My broker.
I'm a notary too.
No title on that.
Power of attorney. Oh well, then.
Yep. You can still take a brokerage fee.
That's fine. I'll take a cut.
Either way, here I am. So I have been up since 2 a.m. and
nice.
I plan to go till at least like I don't know.
No,
midnight.
I was gonna say honestly, if you don't got anything to do tomorrow, take a nice like 8.5 hour, 9 hour sleep, maybe 10. If you're really feeling it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I've had times where I've stayed up pretty late and then I get like a fucking 7 hour, 8 hour sleep, like a decent sleep.
Yeah.
And I feel real good the next day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it is all dependent on weather because I got a lot of work to do. And if the sun's out, I got to go.
I did see the garden was a little torn apart over there.
I got a lot of work happening here. And we've been getting more rain than sun in the past month. So if I got sun, I got to work. So
I get it.
Dang old sun. You know what I mean?
Dang old bobcat.
That's a bobcat, son.
Get that phone away from the mixer guy.
Is it making sounds?
It's raping my ears.
Is it really?
It was.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
No, that's a lie. He could hear it. Don't
let
him gaslight you.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So that's my day. That's my weekend.
Well,
excuse
bless
me.
you.
Oh.
That's cool. I like those kind of adventures. Like I kind of did one myself last weekend, actually.
Oh,
sort of got something for the podcast. You already know. Like I don't want to. It's not a surprise. You can't really.
I mean, I'm not looking at it right now or anything.
I wanted to buy something. I got the opportunity to buy something. It's cool. It's a wall hanger. Like it's deactivated. I'm gonna just for the ATF.
Let it be known.
It is properly deactivated per all the rules. But some wall decor, and I think we can put it in the studio. now, like, because my apartment, like, if somebody sees it,
They're going to take that.
no, it's just like somebody will call the police because they're fucking
Yeah.
urbanites.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Yeah, I get it.
But I got to go.
Yeah, go get it. Here.
You'll see.
Yep.
1 second.
You're saying you guys are really going to like this. It's a well, I'm not gonna do all the explaining.
don't
Wait
spoil
until
it, but-
wait until Neil comes back. He can explain it, do a better job than I can. But this is a real piece of history.
Technically, yes. It's pretty old. It's what? It's got to be. It's 60 years old.
64, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 64 years old. Look at this fucking hog.
Actually, yeah.
Do me a favor. Tell our audience. Oh my lord, how heavy this thing is. Oh, tell them what this thing is here.
This is a. It's a deactivated Soviet, Russian RPG-7 grenade launcher.
Don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah, you could put it that way. I mean, it's a real, like, I don't know.
We're gonna try for now until we get a proper wall mount for this. Can you make that work?
Yeah, we're good.
I like that. Yeah.
It might like come in its karate chop. If I get a little animated, you know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, it's a cool wall hanger. Like I said, it's demilled. It's not in firing condition. They removed the firing pin, fuck up the hole for it, and then weld a fucking rod in the barrel, basically.
Right, and that's an empty rocket. We were actually playing with it before.
It's a Chinese rocket. I think just standard like high explosive. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's one of the coolest things that's been up in this studio. That's for sure.
Definitely. Like I said, they're pretty. I mean, they're not uncommon, but they're getting pretty rare. They don't import them really anymore. Some places do have them, but they're going up, you know. And this is a very early example. But
man, look at that. We got all these new things today. Chinese excavator, a Chinese rocket on a Russian RPG.
Yeah, it's
a Chinese here. Neil got us a little gift too, actually.
China and Kanye.
Look at this shit, dude.
Yeah, for the studio, you know.
Just saying, man.
We had to do it. They're $20. I mean, and I get to, you know, give Kanye a little shout out, you know.
They call these pods, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. We got that. We're just some new stuff. I don't know.
It's really comfortable vibe in the studio.
It really is.
It's really what it is. You know, we got the RPG, we got the slides. Like, I don't know, these beers are pretty good.
It feels right. Everything feels right.
These are like 9.6s, so it's a good.
I'm going to that one next.
Vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that.
Oh
one
yeah,
next.
I've never had these. I've never seen these from.
Who is it? New Bell. What is that?
No, it's West Coast.
Oh, that's West Coast. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Come on, man.
Well,
But it's an Imperial.
I'm gonna jump into it after I finish this stone.
I gotta talk about this story. I can't hold it in because I've been wanting to tell you this. I have a funny story, something that happened to me this week.
By all means.
And if this girl ever listens to the podcast, listen, I'm sorry, but I have to fucking tell you. It was too funny to not tell the people.
When you got this, or what is this in regard to?
No. My neighbor did see me bring this into the house. A little awkward. Not like I wasn't holding, like it was in a gun
You were holding
case,
it like...
But like this was like sticking out the fucking grips.
With the rocket in it?
No. The rocket was not in it, but
He was eyeballing it.
no, it was a lady.
Oh, she was eyeballing it.
It's my one. She's a very nice lady. If you ever listen to this podcast, she's a very nice lady, but you did kind of really assume we were some trash when I moved in there. Remember that?
Oh, I'll never forget
You were
that.
smoking a cigarette outside. Like it was a whole thing. Real Karen, but
no parties here.
she's very nice. She's a nice lady. Like
I'm sure now she is, but at first, like, well, you judged me off the bat. So.
I get it. I'm sure the guy that lived there before me was a dick.
D-Gen, maybe.
Probably. But regardless.
Yeah. Continue.
What was I even saying? I can't remember.
You're apologizing to this lady because something happened, or this girl.
Fuck, dude. So I like to fish, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of don't.
I love it.
You like to fish, but you don't fish.
Well, I just don't catch fish. I like to fish.
Well, how many times have you been fishing this year?
18. Nah, I actually...
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
I went out with you at least
You
once.
did in January. Yeah, we did. Or Feb, because we went to the musky spot. Yeah, I remember.
I went out another time after that, so probably 2.
All right. Well, we'll talk. I think
we're still in first quarter, aren't we?
I'm going to go fishing tomorrow. But
oh no, we're in Q2. I got to get out there.
I like to go fishing, right? So there's a very small. I have access. I live in the city, so there's a couple places I can go fish down there. You know, whether it be the river, or there's a pond in a park that I went to that's always had fish in it, and I didn't know it was this good though this year. Apparently, or
good for.
There's just some big bass in it.
Oh, okay.
I've known there's carp. I know there's bass. There's carp. There's all sorts of bluegill, crappie. But I caught a real nice bass. I was fishing down there the other day.
Yeah, I saw some snaps.
Long story short, yeah. That one bass, bro, that was probably
sizable.
It was probably a little over 2 pounds. Like it was for a little tiny body of water. It was a big bass, and it put up a really good fight.
Oh yeah,
I was light tackle too. I like that sportsmanship aspect.
Sure, you got to fight for it a little bit.
Anyway, so I'm fishing down there naturally, cucking all these other fishermen who aren't catching shit. You know, had to do it to them. Probably I caught 2, but nobody else caught anything. You know,
that's pretty standard, especially when I go out with you too.
Small body of water. It's cool. So this girl walks up, heavier set Indian girl. She sits on this rock that's like, because there's rocks placed around the pond, so people can sit and like be in the park and, you know, enjoy. There's a bridge there, you know. So she sits down and I'm fishing, doing my thing. And I'm like not paying attention. I just see her go over there, and then I'm fishing, doing my thing, catch a couple fish. And then I see her like side eye out the corner of my peripheries walking over to me. It's like, have my headphones in. So I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? She's like, I'm so sorry to like bug you, but I dropped my phone in the water over here. And like, I don't know if I need to call the police about it. And I was like, number one, no, you don't need to call the police, but like,
please don't ruin our emergency services for your phone that you dropped in the
number
water.
One, there's no cops in the city of Pittsburgh anyway.
Yeah.
But just kidding. There's not that many though. But anyway, so I was like, no, you don't need to do that. I was like, well, is it right there? Like, did you just drop it in? Like, I could try to fucking get it. Like, I was riding the high of catching a couple big bass. I was feeling it and trying to be nice, you know? And she's like, okay, like, yeah, I dropped it like right here. She's like, I know I shouldn't have got stoned and come down. And I was like,
was it not even in the water?
Oh, it was in the water. It was in the water.
Okay.
It was in the water.
You fished it out for her?
No, listen.
Oh, I'm missing. Oh, sorry.
This gets way better.
Okay.
I'm just trying to set the scene.
I'm following you.
So I come over, and actually I'm a big, strong guy. You know, she's obviously trying to hit on me too.
Sure. Yeah, naturally.
Like that was part of it. But, you know, so I'm like, okay. Like you're obviously trying to do some sort of dumb TikTok where you put your phone like I think she was trying to do a TikTok.
No doubt.
And anyway, so her phone fell in the water. So I'm like, okay. She's like, it should be like right there. Like, oh man, like, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. So I like lay down and I'm like on the edge. It's a concrete little, around the bank.
Yeah.
So there's an edge, a real slimy edge down into the lake basically. So there's a concrete
where this
edge.
Is going.
And so like I reach my hand down there and I'm like shoulder deep, like I'm touching the bottom, feeling around. Like it's up to my shoulder, you know, so that's at least 3 feet.
Yeah.
And some change maybe. And I'm feeling around and I'm like, it's not in here. Like I would have felt it because I was like grabbing the bottom, feeling it and like going all around. I was like, I don't have to tell you, you're going to have to get wet to get that phone.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, God damn it. Like, I'm going to have to fucking walk home all wet. I was like, yeah, that sucks. Like,
it does suck.
I was going to, I'm trying
you at least helped a little bit.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, I'll try to reach in, but I'm not going in.
No.
Fuck that.
Not for your phone.
And she's like, oh, God damn it. Like, I guess. So she takes her shoes off and I'm standing there like, oh shit, you know? So like she takes her socks off and I'm like about to say something about how slippery the incline is, but she just literally is just like, oh, God damn it. Like takes her shoes off and then just like tries to step on the slippery part and just dunks right in the fuck cannonballs into the water, full body, head under the water.
Were the other people fishing? Did they watch this shit?
I will say everybody held it together pretty good. I will commend everybody, including myself. Really, I was surprised because I was like,
how do you not laugh at that? You know what I mean?
I couldn't, but I tried not to. And then like, it was the funniest thing ever because she's like dunked in the water, like, whoa, her feet are in the air and shit. And I'm like, okay, it's 3 foot deep. Like, I'm not going to go in to get you. Like, you can get yourself
you'll
up.
be fine.
And so she comes up and like gets her bearings, like standing up. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it just happened. Like, I'm going to get some sort of brain eating amoeba.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, no, you're fine. You're fine. I was like, it's all good. Like, you're already in there. Like, your phone's in there.
You may as well find it.
Oh, yeah. And she found her phone.
Perfect.
She found it. It took a little fishing around, but I stood there and I was like, I know I'm going to have to help you get out because you're not getting back up.
Well, you say she's a large woman?
Yeah, she was heavier set, you know. And
so it's clearly not familiar with water at all.
No, I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know. She was, like I said, it was very nice. I helped her get out naturally because there was no way she was getting out by herself. She would have to like walk across the lake to the shallower side. Because there, like I said, it's a real edge.
Yeah.
Helped her up. And then she was like trying to talk to me afterwards, like, oh, what's your name? And I was like, well, it's Neil. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And I'm like putting my headphones back in, like grab my backpack. Like I'm leaving.
She's trying to, maybe she wants a ride at this point.
Yeah. So I was like, and she's like, oh, thank you so much. I'll pray for you. I was like, oh, you're welcome. No problem. You know, like have a nice day.
The brain eating amoeba, like dog, we're not in India.
Well, it is a little bit of a city cesspool.
Oh, okay.
From a pond perspective.
But I doubt you're going to get
no. There's
brain-eating
the fish,
amoeba.
If you see the biodiversity of fish down there, it's a healthy ecosystem. I think it's mostly fueled by bugs, honestly. But,
well,
but it's
a shame. I guess she had a wet ride home.
She walked home.
Oh, she was walking.
Oh, yeah. She was
definitely looking for a ride.
She was hoofing it.
That's why you put the pods in.
Anyways,
you had to go.
But she was like, oh, man, I should have never got so stoned. Like, this is such a dumb idea. And I was like, you and me both, dude. Like, I don't even, you came up to me, guy. Like,
right.
I was just doing my thing, trying to catch these fish.
I want to know what the TikTok was. She had to have been doing
it had to have been smoking weed.
It, right?
It had to have been her smoking weed. Like, it had to have been. The way, because her water bottle was set up, she knocked it over when she fell in.
She was propping her phone up on the water bottle, probably.
I think that's how it fell in. But
yeah. Hey man, that's and I don't necessarily
like I said, if you listen to this, very nice, thank you. You know, not interested, but you know, it was very funny and I had a good laugh. But you were a good sport about it, I guess. You know,
I'm not against like people doing TikToks and stuff. I think it's fun for people. It gets people out and gets people doing certain things.
I'm going to publicly shame you though.
Oh, absolutely.
You're never going to catch us like doing some sort of dance.
No, never, not once.
We might dab a couple times. You know,
I'll dab, but
little micro dab, but you know,
not even once. Deal. Not one time. You're not going to catch me doing no like public. I don't know, because I'm sure you see it in the city more than I do in the suburbs, but catching people like literally everywhere, girls doing this here and there.
That's just the fucking world we live in now.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, well, whatever keeps people happy too. Because at the end of the day, if you're not hurting anybody or doing something stupid, I
don't give a shit.
Yeah, I really don't either. Yeah, you're not hurting anybody.
No, I had a hearty guffaw when you were out of earshot, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how I locked in, but I was respectful.
Yeah, man. That's something. I wish I could have saw that.
Oh, dude, it was like the scream and everything.
Plunk.
It was literally that's a great there's a word for it sounds like it's spelled. I can't remember.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be the one. Kerplunk for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
great game
that
too.
is.
Great game too. But
Kerplunk.
Oh yeah.
You remember Mousetrap, dude? That's actually that game was
that's a banger game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mr. Mouth. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Pull that up, Jamie. Pull that up.
Oh no,
you should get a Mr. Mouth.
Bro, and it's so funny.
They don't even know, dude.
No.
If you're not a millennial or like probably a Gen Xer, honestly, because I think it was around back when the Gen Xers were around. They reinvented it for the millennials. But it was this game where Mr. Mouth is a frog, like a bullfrog, and you have to flick. There's 4 stations, and you all have little launchers where you flick the bugs and try to get it in his mouth.
There it is.
And he opens and closes his mouth automatically. It's really, you know, it's ingenious.
Oh yeah. It's sweet.
It's probably the second best invention next to this thing. Yeah.
It's kind of like a Hungry Hippo, except they fling.
Oh no, it's way better than that.
Oh no, I'm not
of shit,
disagreeing. I'm just saying it's the same idea of like a piece, a game piece that you have to get into a target.
Yeah, it's
basically.
a four-way. It's a four-way split, guy.
Yeah. I was like I said, if I were to pick one, I mean, I'm playing with my daughter right now. Candyland, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't. I'm not gonna pick one board game.
No.
Can't do it.
But bro,
all
Mousetrap, like it really did something with my brain when I was younger, like setting
Autism.
stuff
It
up.
enjoyed it.
It pleased me. Yeah. Mousetrap. If all you Z's out there never had a chance, go out and get a vintage game of Mousetrap. I might as well pull it up.
They're going to be fucking bankrupt, dude.
Probably.
They can't afford that.
Here we go. This fucking shit. 1963 it came out. Wow.
Damn. I'm not that old, but
Here we go. Here's a perfect image.
yeah, that was the one.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
Accept your cookies.
Oh, you accepted them?
I always accept.
Jesus Christ.
No, I never accept.
I say yes to the new experience.
Yeah, so this was kind of like, what's the when you build the thing that like pours a beer for you?
Oh,
Like
the Rube Goldberg.
This is essentially a Rube Goldberg game. It's kind of like what it is.
Check his early life.
Why?
No, it's a very fun game.
We had one, and I think it had a steel ball.
Oh yeah. It does.
Oh, yeah,
It's like a
that
ball
shit.
bearing.
Bro, it made that little.
The diving man, dude.
so
That's
badass.
the best part, honestly.
So sweet. Anyways, I guess we'll get back to it.
Well, yeah, we need to get some board games in here for sure.
We do, yeah. Well, it's going to be a new podcast. Do nothing.
Just
like, sit
real
here.
tiz them out.
Yeah.
Get real soft.
Actually, if we just played chess back and forth and we videoed it, people would tune in to watch that. There's a lot of nerds out there that like to play chess, but really get into it.
Yeah, but we're gonna do like Russian chess,
I don't know how to play that.
where we get really drunk
I like
when
that.
we're doing it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I think that would make the most sense, right? And then the guns come out.
Wow.
Fire a couple off.
They're
Not-
com-
it's more of like a disrespect thing. It's not really. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just trying to disrespect you.
Oh yeah,
Well,
they're coming out regardless.
yeah, but I'll pull this thing out.
Check this out, dude. So,
Yeah.
a fairly local.
I guess if we're gonna move on from our incredibly important, complicated lives.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you were talking some fishing, obviously.
yeah.
So this is something that was bestowed upon me. Some information.
Yeah. So
here.
I mean, I like to. So for those of you that don't know, I bookmark throughout the week. I bookmark things that I read because I like to read the news. And so this was like, bro, this guy killed, like, destroyed maybe not an entire ecosystem, but basically, because it's a river, you fuck it up. It's 43,000 fish is not a insignificant number.
No,
per
not
se,
at all.
depending on the type of fish.
or the body of water.
Yeah. Well, this is a river, so it's significant fish kill, for that type of body of water. But yeah, it's just, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, Ohio man pleads guilty to killing 43,000 fish after dumping hazardous waste into river. Do we know what the waste is?
Could you scroll down a little bit? Well, I want to see. I don't know if he's gotten. I want to see what he got sentenced to.
Me too.
Like I said, this was probably also may have been 2 weeks ago because we did the interview last week. So
72-year-old Mark Shepard of Kenton.
some fucking old grizzled boomer dumping his toxic sludge into the river.
Yeah, they're not telling you. 7,000 gallons of hazardous waste
that's industrial.
in the Scioto River.
That's industrial then. Like that's 7,000 gallons.
Yeah, but that says this man, Mark Shepard,
Yeah,
7,000.
but that's an industrial amount. 7,000 gallons.
So he's the owner of a business?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or-
saying. He has to own a business or something. It has to be.
There it is. Substance came from Cessna Transport, Inc.
There you go.
So Shepard owns both businesses. Oh, and AG Bradley Incorporated. So don't support them.
Well, no, I mean, it sounds like this is just so. This is part of.
And here-
We talk about regulations and stuff. Like I'm very big environmentalist. Like anything that we can do to help the environment to some degree. Like I'm not one of these Green New Deal esque
No. But I still care enough about the environment
that we have to protect it. It has to be front and center of conversation.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. To answer your question, the Ohio man will be sentenced in August, so we don't know yet what he is being sentenced or what his sentencing will be.
What's he going to be sentenced? Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't know if there's a charge.
Well, he has to be charged.
Yeah, I don't know
if he's getting sentenced. He's charged. You know,
it's just a guilty plea. I don't know what the
well, sentencing happens. You're found guilty, then you get sentenced to whatever the punishment is.
Then you'll wait for what your
you got to get your day in court. You know, that's the legal system. I mean, you're entitled to speedy and fair trial.
Yeah.
Per your Bill of Rights, but
a speedy trial.
Okay, so we talked to Mick last week.
Yes.
I wanted to bring this up because
I fucked up. I fucked up our segue, didn't I?
No, it's cool. It's cool. I probably fucked it up. But anyway, so me and Ken, we like some spooky stuff.
We do.
Some paranormal, some conspiracy theories, all that sort of stuff. I love it it's more
even from a lore thing,
pure fascination.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I think we're gonna tee up some more interviews for you guys because I think it was pretty successful. So
I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think that we got a huge input. Sorry to cut you off. A huge influx of views and downloads from last week's episodes. That tells me maybe that's the angle this podcast kind of goes towards, give it platforms for some more local artists and people to kind of talk about things that we don't know.
I mean, I think the people just want to hear us drunk bullshitting.
They might want they might want both. I don't know. I think our small niche of following likes to hear us and our dumb stuff that we do or buy or whatever the case is. But I think the masses probably prefer
critical.
Yeah, like more just
more diversity of viewpoints.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, his one buddy, I talked to him a little bit, but we'll figure out a schedule. We'll get something together, but we'll have more guests on. But I can't remember it. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say it. But we'll schedule it. It's going to be a good conversation, I'm sure. But anyway, so the Vatican, they're updating their.
Well, no. Before you go on, what you meant to say, his buddy.
Oh, what I meant to say.
We had one of our questions would be asked if they ever ran into anything
paranormal.
Exactly. He hasn't, but he said one of his buddies he writes with has experienced some of that. So we wanted to get him on there, which was kind of the segue.
He explores with them, but yeah, dude. Just putting words. Just putting words in people's mouths.
Yes, and photographs with them, I assume. Right, photography. That's what he does, right? Photography.
I'm just looking at you. I don't know.
You're giving me a real
sus vibe.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know. You're kind of like a P. Diddy-esque with those slides on. Like,
well,
I don't know, man. It's like there's
maybe some of the kids.
It's like there's a camera in here or something.
Maybe some of the kids that P. Diddy diddled
probably got shipped off to that Chinese factory for sure.
Yeah, probably.
Or ground into hamburger meat, one or the other.
Anyways. So this brought us into this article.
Well, yeah, this made me think of that. Just the Vatican, they're updating, their, I wouldn't say procedures, I think is what you could say, for like poltergeists, hauntings, exorcisms, stuff like that, possession, things like that.
Yeah, right. Well, but do you think there's any truth to it, or is this just a way to?
So it depends on what school of thought you want to subscribe to. Are you looking at it from a religious angle, or from a spiritual angle, or from a extraterrestrial potentially angle,
or I was going to go
dimensional,
conspiratorial, because this is just a way for them to funnel a little bit of money into a certain direction.
No, I think this is more of just I think this is all more of just feeling some. Oh yeah, naturally the Vatican is gonna. They're religious. They're going to think that these things are real. Like.
I don't know.
I think it's reinforcing the stereotype of they're keeping it alive.
Oh, maybe
in people's minds. You know what I mean? That's what I think it is. Like, because they don't need to fucking announce. Like, if we're changing procedures on how we spritz holy water on some bitch, like, I don't. Maybe try one of these things. Maybe we need to get in there, start making some suggestions. Church would be a lot more cool. People would attend church if we were. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should become priests, not priests, pastors. Excuse me, because then we can still marry and bang.
I mean,
not me and you personally.
I already am a minister.
No, you're not.
Technically a reverend.
He's a man of the cloth. What is they? No, that's not it.
I'm a reverend.
A pillow princess.
I don't know what that is. That's what it is. Not familiar, but I am
He's very familiar.
In the state of Pennsylvania, recognized as a reverend, just so you know.
No, I don't recognize that. That's an authority. That's like a sovereign citizen to me.
Oh, well.
And I'm a cop.
You don't have to.
And I don't deal with that.
You don't have to recognize anything, but peace.
I'm just going to blast you then.
Peace be with you is all I have to say.
And also with you. Next question.
So this is a little strange, I guess, that they're doing this. I mean, again,
I don't think it's strange. I think it's they do. People don't understand, like the Vatican. If you want to talk about institutions with the most money, the Vatican. I think it's the richest country per capita. Per capita, but just I think it's got to be per capita because.
Do they consider it a country? I thought.
Yeah, it's its own country, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a. What do they call that? Sovereign nation or something? Or
that's a country.
Is that really technically what it? I don't know if there's a difference or not.
I do believe it's a country.
Yeah, either way, their own
country.
Police, right? Their own set of rules.
But so the Vatican, the Christian Church has one of the oldest archives known to man from a historical document, text, etc. standpoint. They have a massive archive of history. Old shit that they've never really opened to the public at all. It's all private. You can't go see it or read what's there.
I'd like to go to the Vatican though.
Oh, I would love to go, dude.
I mean, that old.
I'm sure we could get some fire cocaine over there. Like we could. Morocco's right across the fucking sea.
I'm sure,
and they're just floating over.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, going fishing for bricks.
Some square grouper, yeah.
Square groupers.
No, but it's. I would love to go to Europe, but I mean, it's the whole like. I don't know.
Just and maybe I always say this because I've always kind of felt this way, but like the turmoil and like the tension.
Yeah, well,
leaving this country.
There is also sort of a war happening in two places.
Two
wars, Frank. On that sort of continent, general vicinity of Eastern Europe and the Middle East.
Basically,
not that there's not there's wars all over the place in Africa.
No, for sure.
There's everywhere.
But
like
geographically, two kind of more severe wars within the size of. I was going to say
my tax dollars.
Well,
yes. Where my tax dollars.
There's a war on my tax dollars right now.
There's every fucking time there is, dude.
But what I was saying,
every time.
To give some sort of geographical scale, that's basically like two wars happening, like one in New York and one in California. It actually might be closer.
It's closer than that. It's probably like if you went Maine to like say Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
maybe a little closer, maybe even the Carolinas.
But for a lot of U.S. citizens, don't realize like how massive this country is.
It might be further than that.
You think? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I
don't know.
Well,
I'm not going to measure. I'm
trying to picture the world map in my head right now.
But that's not to scale to some degree.
That's true. You need the globe.
Do we want to talk about that conspiracy about how
flat Earth?
How they.
They skew the countries like different sizes. Yeah. That's not even a conspiracy. That's a fact. Like a lot of textbooks.
It depends.
Yeah.
Well, what country are you from? That's going to be the biggest fucking thing on the map or the center of the map.
Anyways, it was huge.
Anyways, she was huge.
I don't know. Actually, I'd have to get my my scale out or my walking measuring tape. Take a walk
to Poland.
Yeah, sure, right. Definitely. Measure it out. I don't know.
I would go to the Vatican with you, dude. They might detain us though.
They can't detain me. A big, burly American bear. Friggin' grizzly. What are they going to do?
I think I could probably talk my way out of it.
I'm going to bottom my way out of it.
Well, you might bottom your way down too deep and
Into
you
the
can't get out.
into
You
the
can't get out.
catacombs.
That's what I'm saying. You're a breeder down there. You're really stuck down there, you know.
Well, they
The
need
Pope
me.
is really having his way with you.
No, I'm going to have my way
All
with
the
him.
cardinals and stuff, dude, just really, it's disgusting too, because it stinks down there. It's the catacombs. Like, there's dead bodies buried down there, and you're just chained up naturally, you know.
No.
But it's comfortable. Like, they feed you well.
I don't need to be chained because I'll just do as they command.
Food and drink for you. Yeah, you're a slave, but you're not really. They don't tie you up.
But I'm willing.
Well, yeah, because you kind of just hang out.
Yeah, I'm just,
You know,
I just,
I just hang out down here. I'm the groundskeeper.
down in the combs, dude.
Naturally, yeah. You got the night vision on, you know.
Oh, that's
Really?
that. Go to the
Creeping around down there.
That's what we do. Sneak into the catacombs.
Really, you
with
need-
our night vision.
You need thermal for any total darkness situation.
Oh, that's
'Cause there's
true.
there's
Yep.
zero ambient light.
Well, I mean, we have infrared. You know,
Well, yeah, illuminators, but
Yeah.
you're still thermal is
optimal. Yeah,
Optimal,
for sure.
yeah.
Anyways, moving past all this.
moving past all this. We're gonna break into the Vatican archives.
Yeah. Hey, get your free flag pin.
Oh, I definitely want a couple of those. Give me 20. How take my money? Give.
How many cookies can I give you for this?
I just don't know. I mean, that guy definitely supports Israel. Well, not that guy, not Genocide Joe.
Genocide Joe.
He said no more weapons. Oh, we're talking about this story.
Yeah, sorry, moved on.
No, read the headline. It's a great headline.
San Fran's free booze for homeless alcoholics program slammed by critics.
So the state of California, naturally, Gavin Newsom, known for their excellent problem-solving skills. They've ended the homeless problem, spent billions of dollars to do it, but they did a great job. But the problem is like these booze hounds, like me and you, if we were ever homeless,
I don't know what you're talking about.
like I said, we would sign up for this program.
Why would I not?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do I have to be homeless? Like, how do I prove that I'm homeless? Do I just dirty myself up and get some
I'm
couple
halfway
bottles
there.
of booze? Like, what's the deal?
We just got to be
You know?
drunk in public, right? And then go there, look a little disheveled, and say, "I'd like my free booze, please."
They are. I mean, I don't know if this is. Listen, I didn't really read the article. To be
Same.
fair, I don't know if this is like they're giving people measured alcohol. Like, we're measuring your ABV and then administering a drink accordingly. You know, or if it's a free for all. Like,
This is the
I feel like it has to be a free for all. If it's California, and it's being slammed by critics, quote unquote, it's got to be something.
Put
Like
it this way: that California is known for being ass backwards, especially for homeless and mentally ill.
No,
The laws are backwards in regard to actually helping people. Like having someone trying to take them out of it and put them into help is illegal over there because you're interfering with these people's free will.
The problem is, I think somebody's making money off of the state stealing your tax dollars to pay for this. Like, there's incentive somewhere. It's not just you're not just doing this out of the good of your heart. Like, somebody's making money
Right.
off of this transaction, and it's not the taxpayers.
The thing is,
I'll tell you that right now. But not that you shouldn't help people, but
and I agree, but my thing is that if they have an initiative to give free booze away for homeless alcoholics, really what they should be doing, take the homeless out of it. Let's talk about
pay some rent.
Well, maybe, but I was going to talk about alcoholics alone. 12-step programs are free, right? So why not provide free transportation to 12-step programs first?
Well, we kind of did discuss this a little bit with Mick, is like treating the root cause of what your addiction is.
Right,
And
right.
it's like booze is just that's your drug of choice.
That's all. Yeah.
You know, and it's how do you either what's the circumstances supporting this, like making this a viable option for you. Like there's a lot of like, it's a checklist, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm so infuriated with all of our tax dollars that are going overseas when you can help American citizens.
That's what I'm saying. If anything, I want to. We need to expand this program to us. That's what I think. At least
I get
to
some
us.
of my
At least
dollars
to
back.
us, you know, at least to us. Like maybe
call the Yins Boys hotline, and we'll give you all the details where to send that free
Gainey,
booze.
if you're trying to win the election against Bill Peduto, I mean, you're gonna have to just get us on your team. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, guy. You got to back the right horse because we're Team Bill. If you're not a buyer, you know, we're already basically signed.
We
at this point.
we go to where the booze is. So
the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and we're very squeaky right now.
I mean, Bill. Or Gainey, you're in or you're out. I don't know. Just let us know. 412-613-1116. Yeah. Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
My, oh my. I don't know what I have left. I didn't have anything prepared for today.
Well, yeah, you're a little tired. I mean,
I'm burnt.
I think I don't know. What do you plan to do with that excavator? Is really, I guess. I mean, that's the question on my mind because we've discussed building a couple things.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a little digging.
What's the
little excavating? I'm gonna I want to do a big backstop for a gun range here for sure, and it can be done right and safely. Now I feel a lot more confident, especially if we have a couple of these.
Yeah, well,
you know,
maybe some of our guests.
Yep. Wow, some of
our guests, not me or you.
Oof.
Maybe you. Depends on the gun. If it's
that's true,
real large, and you know,
it depends on the level of inebriation too.
Yeah, yeah. There's it's a formula.
Man, you get Derek up here shooting though.
Well, I mean, it's
dude goes. Oh, I was just about to drop. No, I was about to drop locations, but dude goes to where he lives. Everyone knows where he lives.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's blasting off.
Legally, I think he's fine.
He's in the borough.
Okay, so yeah,
He's
no,
not.
I don't think he is.
He is. I'm telling you, he lives in borough limits.
I'm just telling you. I think he's far enough away.
Probably. They won't bother him.
You're not going to get somebody to call the police.
Probably not. But if someone did call the police, he's burned.
What do you mean he's burned?
Because he's in borough limits. You're not allowed.
And by the time somebody makes it out there, I'm sleeping.
Oh, here you go.
I'm in my bed.
That's true. But if he's going to stay out there and shoot, and he doesn't know that someone called,
I'll put my gun inside. And then I'll sit out there and get drunk.
No. But what is
the problem here, guy?
It's an element of surprise because if you don't know anybody, call the cops, and you're out there having a good time shooting.
Yeah, it's happened to us plenty of times.
We were allowed there, though.
Yeah, but regardless, it's still the same situation. Even if I'm not allowed to do something, you know.
I guess maybe whatever. I don't want to reveal too much information, but
yeah, TMI, dude. Keep some OPSEC. Come on. Fuck's sakes. I think this guy had a security clearance at one point in time.
I still do.
They got to look into that. Somebody's got to look into that.
They can if they want to. It's inactive, but I still have it.
He gets his military discount.
I do. Yeah, certain place. Well, it's here's the things I don't, but businesses that I frequented when I was
he pulls out the camis, you know, as soon as he really needs to ham it up, you know. He's got that Yins Boys fucking patch on there.
Yeah, I do that, and then I do a whole decorated flag.
Big time. Yeah,
all the way up and down.
Well, yeah, they have to know that you're a war hero. You're a decorated war hero.
I fought in the Yins Boys War.
Well, I mean, you know, we've had our bouts.
I fought in the off the job war.
That wasn't really a war. That was more of like a skirmish on the border. You know, nothing to really raise your eyes about.
It's like a Cold War, I guess.
It wasn't even hot. It was lukewarm, if anything. Room temp.
What are we looking at up there?
I don't know. What are you looking at?
I was trying to see how far along we are.
Shut it down, dude.
If you want to bust into something else.
Shut it down.
You want to shut it down?
Shut it down. We'll hang out. We'll play with the fucking excavator. We'll probably play with that guy a little bit, you know.
If it's not raining outside, let's go grab a rock or something.
Absolutely. I mean, you got the technology now.
Grab one and toss one around, you know?
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, everyone check us out. Yinsboys.com. Email us, therealyinsboys@gmail.com.
412-613-1116. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. We're going to fix the website at some point in time.
Yeah.
It's just, we're...
It's a placeholder is all it is right now.
Yeah. Like I said, we got to get the shop up and running for trademark purposes.
Yep.
But
that way you can buy this merch if you want to in an online, secure way instead of...
Yeah, you don't have to DM us, which is like... I mean, people sketched out about, but it's fine. We're legit. We deliver,
Yeah. Sometimes hand deliver.
Ken's a big hand guy.
I'm more of a foot guy.
He's a big foot guy.
You know what I mean?
If you know what I mean. A nice set of piggies.
Hey, I mean...
We got to... I'm still the only one watching that for God knows how long.
Does he still have it listed?
Oh, yeah.
The saga continues. We'll have to revisit that soon.
I might throw him a low ball of like $25 and just say, this is the best and final. I'm going to unwatch this thing and you're never going to hear from me again.
No one's ever going to watch it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's literally been, I think, over a year now.
I honestly think that, well, we've already got the feet, at this point.
We got what we wanted.
Oh, yeah. We got stickers coming, by the way, of this.
Really?
That logo. Yeah.
Really? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of those. We'll distribute them accordingly, to the diehards.
Problem is, if you give it to the wrong person, they're just going to cut Yin's voice off and they're just going to keep the feet.
No, they can't do
stickers.
that. No, they can't do that because that's illegal.
It is. And you know where I'm going to put one of these?
And it's definitely, it's not kosher to do that.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this sticker.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the dealership and we're going to put it on the sign.
We should.
We should on the pole.
Well, I'll talk to you off air about this because I got a really good idea. I don't want to. We're going to get in trouble if we actually do it, but it's a good idea.
Think about it because we are going to go camping up there again this year again. Anyways, I assume.
Somebody might. Not you or me, but somebody.
Someone will.
Someone might with some stickers. I don't know.
We're out of here.
See you guys.
Beautiful thou